Mam tu coś dla każdego. W razie jakichś pytań zawołaj mnie. Witaj, przyjacielu. Potrzebujesz jakichś zapas... Łowieckich?
By the nine! I can't believe it's you. I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you. My master and I recently arrived here in Skyrim from Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you.
Yes.
I thought I'd check the tavern and inn here in Whiterun first, and then set out for the other towns tomorrow. But fortunately, the gods favour me today, as you seem to have found me instead. He's heard of your escape from that awful dragon attack and urgently needs to speak with you. I know nothing more than that. He's at the inn in Falkreath. Could you please meet him at your earliest convenience? He only wishes to talk to you. Here, he gave me this note to give you, and a small token of his appreciation. Now then, I bid you good day, as I have another errand to run. No rest for the weary, as they say. Good
Z
day.
przyjemnością ci pomogę, jeśli chcesz coś kupić.
Jesteś dla mnie dobrym przyjacielem.
Zapraszam. Mamy ciepłą ciepłe trunki i ciepłe łóżka.
W mgnie owiniesz sobie u palca tutejszych mężczyzn.
Do you have a second? I need your help.
Oh, bless the divines, you came! Well met, and welcome. We have much to discuss. Will you tell me, what happened at Helgen?
Kiedyś będziemy musieli zatrudnić Tekle. Gdyby tylko mniej czasu spędzała na usługiwaniu Dengairowi.
No, now that you mention it.
Chciałabym móc zapłacić wam oboje, Gunary. Naprawdę.
Then it's as I feared. My brother and his family are lost. Gods damn it all. I'd hoped for better news. Yes, I've heard the fort is full of them. But appearances can also be deceiving. If I'm right, these are no bandits at all. I have it on good authority there is a man known only as Val inside the keep. He's the leader of a small group of mercenaries, for lack of a better term. Their aim is to kill Thalmor wherever they're found. That they've come out of hiding is beyond mysterious. They're insurrectionists. A resistance movement, if you will. His name is Valerius Tiberius Artoria. We served for many years together in the Imperial Legion, as captains under Titus Mede II during the Great War. He was a good man in those days, an honorable man. Then the Aldmeri invaded, and murdered his wife, son, and daughter in cold blood. They marched them down the streets of the Imperial City and tortured them until they were dead, right in front of the Imperial Palace itself. They said, "Let it be known that any family members of Imperial officers found anywhere else in the province would receive a similar fate."
Zapłacić wam obojgu, Nary.
There were
Naprawdę.
many such atrocities committed by those wretched maggots within those walls, and even more unspeakable tragedies in the rest of Cyrodiil. We were under orders to flee the city for Skyrim when they invaded. We left our people, our families, defenseless. Most did not survive. The few that did make it out of there were scattered as refugees throughout the rest of the province. The plan was to regroup here in Skyrim, rest and resupply our forces, and return to the Imperial City to retake it. That took almost a year. Surely you know the history. If not, this book will help you understand a little of what we went through. When we finally returned to the city, there wasn't much left. We split our forces, and I led the charge from the southern waterfront district, while Valerius attacked from the west. March right down to the main gate and knock on the door, he said. The man had guts, that's for sure. After we retook the city, he started to change. He knew his family was gone, but when he learned that they were tortured in the streets, he went mad and vowed to avenge their deaths. He started conducting covert operations that were unknown even to me, his closest friend. He took a handful of his most loyal men and began assassinating Aldmeri officers and diplomats, wherever he could find them. Of course, all of this was without knowledge or consent from our commanders. When they were caught, well, let's just say justice was swift. But the Aldmeri feared making a martyr out of him, as they knew the people were aware of his family's torture and murder. No, but under pressure from the Thalmor, Titus locked him and his men away in the Imperial prison for the rest of their lives. Soon after, I decided my service had come to its end, and retired from the Legion. But you don't get to be a captain and not accumulate a few favors. Well, yes and no. I wasn't actually involved in the operation, but a young lieutenant who served under me was stationed there after I retired. And he found an ancient passage out of the prison that had long been forgotten about. We always heard the stories about it from ages ago, and none of us believed they were true, and dismissed them as fairy tales. But they were true, and Lieutenant Buckingsley found the passage. So, on a dark and stormy night, Buckingsley quietly slipped a key into Valerius' cell and created a diversion, which bought Val enough time to escape. They went straight away to Hammerfell to join the Redguard rebellion against the Aldmeri Dominion. It was rumored a secret brotherhood who called itself the Keepers of Hatu was formed after the signing of the Second Treaty of Stros-M'Kai. Most people pass these rumors off as baseless gossip, but the name Hatu always had intrigued me. Hatu was the mountain where the Redguard hero Frandar Hunding and his swordsingers made their final stand against the armies of Hero. It was a bloody battle in their history, but their victory led them to a new land they named Hammerfell, which began the modern-day Redguard society. Here, I brought a few of my old books along, just to refresh my memory. Perhaps you'd like to study them, if you're interested in history. You may read them at your leisure. Where were we? Oh, yes, the name is a metaphor, meant to imply a final stand, much the same as the one Frandar made in Hatu Mountain.
Kiedyś będziemy musieli zatrudnić
It was
Tekle.
also widely known that this brotherhood was made of all races, all united in a singular cause under the banner of the hammer and anvil. Yes, I see you've been listening. Not only defeat them, though, that would not be enough, but to cleanse Tamriel of the Thalmor and their racist Aldmeri dominion forever. Yes, interesting, isn't it? I've heard the name Valerius Artoria associated with them on more than one occasion. First, who better to lead such an organization than someone as skilled in warfare as he? Second, who better to intimidate your enemy than a legend well known as an assassin of their kind, even if he were dead? And if he is still alive, and his men still serve with him, it seems logical that they would return to Skyrim along with the Thalmor. I need you to go try and talk to Valerius. Reason with him. Tell him Marcus Janus requests a meeting with him. Tell him I'll come to the fort alone. Present company excluded, of course. Give this ring to him. It was his wife's wedding band. If any of his men try to accost you, show it to them and tell them it is a gesture of goodwill from me. They'll give you quarter if they know I sent you. Approach the guards and show them the ring. Tell them Marcus Janus sent you to see Valerius Tiberius Artoria on urgent business. Show them this note with my seal, but tell them it's for Valerius. His eyes only. Please, return to me as soon as you can. I'll prepare to leave and be ready to go when you return. Make haste, young one, and may fortune favor the foolish.
Następna pieśń będzie o smoczym dziecięciu, zbawcy Skyrim. Skrzydłami Alduina niebo przysłonięte zostało.
Stop right there. Don't even think about moving. You see my friends coming? They won't hesitate to kill you if you so much as breathe funny. Now, who are you? And what is the meaning of this intrusion? Quickly now, speak. Then you need to give me a reason why we shouldn't just kill you where you stand. Never heard of him? You are mistaken. There's nobody by that name here. Now, be on your way. We don't want to hurt you. Don't know him either. I'm beginning to run out of patience with you. Leave now. I don't know who you are, stranger, or what you want, but I advise you to choose your words very carefully from here on out. Let me see that. Did you say Marcus Janus? From the war, Marcus Janus. Why didn't you say so? Very well. I will take you inside. But all of us have our eyes on you. And if you try and start trouble, it will be the last trouble you ever start. Follow me.
Ballframe, what do you think you're doing? Who is this person, and why have you brought them here?
She has an urgent message for you from Marcus Janus. She was alone, and I thought you would want to talk to her.
What? Marcus Janus? Ballframe, have you gone completely mad? That's impossible.
I thought the same thing, sir, but it's true. She showed me a letter to you with Marcus's seal. It's real, all right. And sir, somehow Marcus has found Sabrina's wedding ring and sent it to you.
Very well. We'll see about this. Ballframe, you are dismissed. All of you may resume your patrols.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who you are or why you're here, so you'd better have some good answers to my questions. May I see that ring? Say you were sent by Marcus Janus? Where is he now? And do you know how he came into possession of this ring? Yes, I suppose that may have been possible, but this is all so overwhelming. Thank you. I love them very deeply. I nearly went mad after they were murdered by those Altmeri dogs. I wanted nothing but vengeance. Every day of my life is burned with nothing but the desire to make them pay for their murders. But enough of that. Let's see this letter you brought. Yes. Marcus Janus. It's certainly you, all right. But what do you want with me? Tell me, how has he found me here? Very clever, that one. Always was. Bandits. It's not far from the truth, though. Fitting ruse is that's about what we've become. Living our lives in the shadows, hiding and skulking about like some caged skeever looking for his next piece of cheese. Honor? Bah. Any honor I had died with the first Altmeri diplomat I assassinated. I'm not the same man he knew. But no doubt he's filled your head with tales of glory from the war, and stories of the keepers of Hatu. Oh, I'm afraid that man no longer exists. This hatred, it's consumed me, taken my life. I suppose I would still be rotting down in that damn prison were it not for Marcus. Now I'm just rotting here instead. And rot is nonetheless still rot. The only difference, really, is where and how. Why would he want to help me? After he sees what I've become, he'll leave soon enough. But go tell him I'll meet with him regardless. At least then we can say our proper goodbyes to one another. Never got to do that before. Now, be gone. Please leave me in peace. Good to see you again. Was there something else? Please, just to come meet with me at once.
Wejdź. W palenisku płonie ogień.
Następna pieśń
Usiądź i
będzie o
ożyj się.
smoczym dziecięciu.
I've heard the companions named you as Harbinger. Couldn't have picked a better person, if you ask me. Excellent. Well done, my friend. I'm ready to go, but there's just one thing. I'm getting too old for fighting. Well, at least by myself, that is. I was hoping that it wouldn't be too much of a burden on you to escort me to the keep. There's another 250 gold in it for you, if you will.
Na polu tej wojny wśród krwi rozlewu. Zaś gdy Alduin wygra,
I'm right behind you, but don't go too fast. Unlike you young ones, I'm not cut out for this shite anymore.
Lecz wtem dało się słyszeć, jakby dźwięki muki niezłomne.
Valerius Tiberius Artoria, you old dog. Come here, my friend. Let us have a look at you.
Marcus, why have you come here?
Valerius, I'm sure this is quite a shock to you and terribly unexpected. I came here to check on my family, but it appears none of them survived. Then I realized you were here, so I decided it was in both our interests for two old friends to meet again. At last.
Ah, your brother, yes. Marcus, I'm very sorry. But whatever the circumstances, it does my eyes good to see you again after all these years.
Yes. Same here, old friend. Same here. So, the Keepers of Hatu in Skyrim. Who would have ever dreamed of such a time?
All right, Janice, what is it you really want? Don't forget, I know you, so out with it.
Yes, you do know me, old friend, better than most. Very well. I aim to rebuild this town, and make her my home.
Rebuild? Janice, I have no intention of helping you or anyone else rebuild a town. I'm here on other business.
Yes, yes, I know, Valerius, but if what I propose is true, perhaps we can be mutually beneficial to one another. All I'm asking is that you hear me out. After that, if we're not in agreement, we can part ways and you'll likely never see me again. But Valerius, there's plenty of time to get to all that later. Right now, let's just catch up on old times.
Well, you're in luck, Janice. Those bandits left some fresh wine downstairs, and I need a drink.
Yes, I could use a drink too, old friend. Let me say goodbye to my new friend, and I'll join you. I can't thank you enough for your help. As agreed, here is your compensation. I apologize for that. I certainly wasn't intentionally keeping anything from you. I just wanted to meet with Valerius before I brought it up. But yes, I want to make Helgen my home. But she certainly has seen better days, that's for sure. You know, I grew up just across the border in Cyrodiil. And Helgen was always a place my family visited when I was a boy. I have many fond memories of those days. And now, with my brother and his family gone, let's just say he'd be happy that I settled here. And from what I could tell as we came in, it'll be a lot of work cleaning everything up. But nothing impossible. Then we can take a look at what's left of these buildings and begin rebuilding from there. I'm sure there'll be plenty of work for you if you're interested. Why don't you take a day and think about it? That'll give Valerius and I some time to catch up and come up with a plan. Can you return to see us in a day or so? Thank you once again, friend. I'll see you then.
Now then, Marcus, let's go get that wine. You're in one piece, so I trust your trip went smoothly.
Yes, fortunately it was without incident. Of course, I had Patsy to protect me.
Ah, yes, dear Patsy. There's not a more loyal man in all of Tamriel. And I'm pleased the road was kind to you.
How long has it been now, Val? Nearly 20 years?
It's been too long, friend, too long. Are you still running that trading outfit out of Coral?
No, not anymore. At least, now, that is. Business was slow. And it seems Cyrodiil just can't get back on its feet, Valerius.
Yes, I've heard the same thing about Hammerfell. These truly are times, my friend. Desperate times indeed.
Yes. But it will get better, Valerius, for both of us. Tamriel can't stay at war forever.
Marcus Janus, ever the eternal optimist. Gods, how I remember that used to get on my nerves.
Well, we surely wouldn't want that, would we? Now then, pass that wine and let's share a toast. Then we can get down to business.
Be well, friend.
So you defeated Alduin and saved Skyrim. Ah, yes, we've been waiting for you. Now that you're here, we have a matter of grave importance to discuss with you. So you really think this nonsensical plan of yours will work, Val?
Janus, it has to work. We have no choice. Now then.
Reporting as ordered, sir.
Good. That armor looks good on you two.
Well, it itches, and it stinks.
It's had a dead man in it. What do you expect?
So, now that we're all here, Valerius, would you like to fill in our friend on your plan?
Did you ever stop to wonder how my men and I came to this place? Well, yes, but that's not all of it. Up until a couple of weeks ago, we were still in Cyrodiil. And our sources began reporting on new Thalmor activity taking place south of here. Rumor was that they were turning an old fort into a prison for captured Talos worshippers. And I deemed the reports credible enough to investigate. I sent my best men, Korst on the mission. He was ordered not to confront them, but to observe only. Unfortunately, he did not return, and I'm afraid something went very wrong. About 2 weeks. After 1 week went by, we'd started to fear the worst, so we mobilized and came here. Finding Korst is the main reason we're here. This fort gave us the perfect spot to rest, resupply, and prepare to find out what happened to him. So, we eliminated the bandits, took over the fort, tried to blend in and not draw attention to ourselves. Yes, fortunately, the Imperials left everything behind when they abandoned this place. It looks like Elenwen herself was here. I need you to pose as an Imperial officer with orders to transfer Korst back to Elenwen for interrogation. Legion prisoner transfer parties always travel in groups of 3, so Falco and Sienna will be going with you. As you can see, they're already in Imperial uniform, and you must do the same if this has any chance of working. We found some officer's armor that should fit you, and Alton put a little enchantment on it for you. It's only worn by high-ranking officers, so it should help you carry a bit more influence. If you have any other powers of persuasion, this would be the time to use them. Perhaps between the two it will be enough for this to work. While searching the fort, we found a communique from her own hand, and were able to forge a transfer order to give to the men at the prison. If the Thalmor officers question you, remind them you're a special envoy from the embassy, and they had best comply. Hopefully it'll be enough, but if not, you may have to resort to the old-fashioned way of negotiating. Yes, it certainly will be. And make no mistake, those Thalmor bastards are beyond brutal. And I've heard there's a particularly ruthless justiciar named Arundel who may be in charge there. If it's the Arundel I know, you can be certain he will kill you on sight, so you must be careful. Thank you, friend. You know, Marcus seems to be quite impressed with you. Well, if he trusts you, then I trust you. The prison is located south of here, on the road past Fort Newgrad, heading to the Cyrodiil border. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Here's your armor. Don't forget to put it on. Please return as soon as you can, and good luck. Reunited a couple of old war horses. Thank you. Oh, the stories we could tell you.
Who are you? And what do you want? What? We'll see about this. I haven't been notified of any such orders. I'll have to clear this with my superior. Wait here. My lord, there is an envoy here who appears to have orders for a prisoner transfer from Elenwen herself. What should I do?
This looks in order. But I'll handle this. Come with me. I'm sorry. I haven't been given any orders concerning any transfer. I'm not able to release the prisoner at this time. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Either way, I've received no orders from my commander, Erendel, so the prisoner stays here. Certainly not. He is away on official Thalmor business. What and where is none of your concern. No, of course not. What is your point? He would not do that. He would simply issue the order himself. Besides, how would you know such things? But what? It means you have clearance and access to classified intelligence and conduct special operations on behalf of your dying empire. Of course I know that. Well, yes. I suppose so. It's rare, but not entirely unheard of. And these prisoner transfers are usually led by you Imperials. But I'm warning you. You had better not be taking me for a fool. I swear I'll kill you if you are. Yes, perhaps you're right. Erendil has made several unusual transfers lately, so this is not totally out of the ordinary. Prisoners coming in, prisoners going back out, could make a lesser being go crazy. Very well. Oronar will escort you to your prisoner, but you had better not tarry. Get your prisoner and leave.
Potrzebujesz czegoś?
Chcesz czegoś ode mnie?
You bit by bit and make you eat your own flesh. Then I'm going to put you on my rack over there for a nice little stretch.
Geno, stop that immediately and back away. This prisoner is being transferred to the embassy.
Back away? I'm finally making some progress and he's just about to break. And you tell me to back away? Have you gone mad? I will do no such thing.
Oh yes you will, and you will do it now. You can take up your grievance with Erendil. Now step aside.
This is madness, I tell you, madness! I was given specific orders to interrogate this prisoner, and that's exactly what I am doing.
Damn it, Gaynor, we have orders from Elenwen to transfer this prisoner. Now back away, or you're going on report.
Very well then. But Arendelle will have your head, not mine.
You may release your prisoner from his shackles and leave at once. I advise you to move quickly, as my friend can get a little testy. Yes, I suggest you do that immediately.
Thank you. Let me see if I can walk. So dizzy.
What are you looking at, you gnawed dog? I should have just killed you when I had the chance.
General, I'm warning you. Stop!
Już nie żyjesz.
Bogowie! Co do...
Spłoniesz żywcem!
Well, look who it is. Good to see you again, friend.
Co do...
Jest tam kto? Co to było?
A! Mam cię!
Aha! Jest tam kto?
Zdychaj do diabła!
Jest tam kto?
Mam!
Bogowie, pomóżcie! Bogowie, pomóżcie! Daj się, póki jeszcze możesz!
Rzucę cię o głowę.
Miejsca dla ptaków!
Żałosnego żywotowa!
Dość!
Hej, uważaj!
Jest tam kto?
Aha! Po prostu stój spokojnie! Spłoniesz żywcem!
You two! What the hell are you doing here? By Dallas, we're lucky to be alive!
Valerius sent us to find you and bring you home. Did you think we would let you rot in here?
I didn't know, Falco. I thought I might die in this stinking place. I don't believe I know this person with you. Who is this woman who fights like a true warrior?
A traveler and a new friend of Marcus Janus. Of course, you won't believe it. Marcus is in Skyrim.
Marcus Janus in Skyrim? You must be drinking too much meat again, Falco.
No, it's true. And he's back in Helgen with Valerius.
Helgen? I bet Valerius never saw that one coming. Why is Marcus here?
I'm not sure, but something about rebuilding Helgen, I think. Of course, we can talk about that later. We need to go.
Yes. Let's get out of here before any more of those Dalmor maggots show up. Perhaps our new friend will lead the way. We will be right behind you.
My wife was always proud of who I was. Shore's bones, I see now why Marcus has spoken so highly of you. Quite impressive. Now, let's see if we can find out what in the name of Akatosh is going on in that prison. Of course, thank the gods you're safe. But how in Oblivion were you even captured?
I don't know how they found me. It's like they knew exactly where I was hiding. I never had a chance to escape.
Well, thanks to our new friend, you're okay now. Tell me what you learned.
It's a prison, all right, and it's heavily guarded inside. Well, it was heavily guarded. There are none alive in there now. The commandant was never there that I could tell.
Did anyone mention where he was?
I overheard the guards joking about him getting soft in their embassy, and spending too much time with some whore from the Tormas Tavern. But that's all I could hear them say.
Did you learn anything else?
Well, I didn't think much of it at the time, but I overheard the guard talking about how many prisoners were coming and going from the prison. And I noticed several new prisoners abruptly get taken away while I was there, just like he said. They were not tortured, beaten, or starved either. I guess they saved all of that for me. And wait. Yes, one group had a family, a woman and a small child, but he was not old enough to fight. The guard was joking about raping the woman and selling the child to bandits as a slave. Could that be true? They are selling slaves?
Well now, that's certainly a lot to chew on. Excellent work, old friend. I'll check and see if any of my sources know about any of this. Thank you, Korst. You go get something to eat and some sleep. I need you well rested. Dismissed. You've done me a great service, friend. You saved his life, and for that I will never be able to repay you. Is there anything else you can add? Did you hear anything about slaves? That is odd, isn't it? So it looks like the elves are up to no good. Huh. Where else to easily kidnap people than in Skyrim? All they have to say is that they're worshipping Talos. I'm sure many of these enforcers skulking about in Skyrim are under their command. I know you've had a long day, and I won't keep you. We'll let you know when we have anything new. But please, check in with Marcus as soon as you can. Thank you again, my friend.
Hello? I was wondering if I could talk to you for a second. I just wanted to introduce myself mostly. I'm Sienna. There, formal introduction over. I feel better now, don't you? Well, I like moonlit walks through the old ruins, candlelit workshops, and the feel of cold steel in my hand. You know, the same stuff as other women. I'm not quite sure how to take that, so I'll take it as a compliment. If you're wondering how I ended up with a bunch of old soldiers from the Great War, they saved my life. When the elves burnt our farm, my parents hid me in a basket in the woods. Balfring found me and gave me to an orphanage until the war in Hammerfell was over, but he kept in touch through the years. And when I was old enough to be on my own, I joined them. He taught me everything I know about fighting, and especially armoring. Say, from what I saw at the prison, you know how to handle yourself out there. But if you ever want any company, come and get me, okay? Well met, friend. Okay, what is it? Ooh, I hope we're going somewhere dark and misty. Let's go.
Is it true that you're the Arch? I've heard the companions named you as Harbinger. Couldn't have picked a better person if you had. I praise the Nine you came along. Your help thus far has been invaluable, but it's time to make some difficult choices. Valerius and I have spoken at length about this, and we value your opinion. We need more guards for the hold, as there's only a few of us right now. We're vulnerable to attack from several fronts, especially from the entrance through the caves, as well as the two main gates. There is no possible way the laborers and carpenters can begin their work if they're not able to do so safely. We need more guards. Yes, Ulfric would love to have Helgen under his control. And of course, your service to the Sons of Skyrim is legendary. But once you make this choice, there's no going back. So please, choose wisely. Are you certain? Okay. Would you like to discuss anything else? Yes. In fact, we prefer to remain unaffected by any outside entanglements. Not that we necessarily have anything against either side in the Civil War. But we just think it would be best to remain an independent settlement. No one to answer to, no one snooping into our business, and most of all, no damn politicians to pull our strings. And it seems the Jarl of Falkreath is occupied in his own matters, so it's unlikely we'll have any worries from him. Besides, he's abandoned this place anyway. So the way we see it, it's ours to do with as we please. So yes, this is exactly what we were hoping for. Are you absolutely certain this is what you want? I hoped that's what you would say. In fact, I already had Patsy post some notices in a few of the inns here in Skyrim. So far, he's made it to Whiterun, Solitude, Riften, Dawnstar, and Windhelm. But he says he doesn't care for carriages anymore, though. Check around in those inns to see if our notices have produced any potential recruits. If you can find, let's say, around 5 or 6 recruits, with the proper training from Korst, that should get us started. Have the recruits to gather in the courtyard, and when you're finished, report to Korst for further instructions. Good luck, and be safe.
Wejdź, w palenisku płonie ogień. I ogrzej się.
Yes, the prey has finally found the hunter, no?
The road to Solitude is not safe these days. Lots of travelers just disappear south of Dragon Bridge.
Giotto sees this, and this is good.
The rumors say the culprits
But the
are
hunter
vampires.
waits for you.
I try not to listen to swaggle like that. Vampires, dragons, huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway.
The hunter is skilled in the sword and the bow. Giotto served many years aboard ships from elsewhere as deckhand and guard. Giotto has many stories he could tell of wondrous places he has seen. Giotto likes the night. Stars very pretty in Skyrim. Giotto sees better at night. Can be very sneaky then. Oh, very bad, my last ship. Very, very bad. Sailors no like Giotto's dog. Sailors kill Giotto's dog and throw him in the sea. Yes, Giotto likes dogs. Dogs are pretty. Can you get Giotto dog sometime? Oh, sad. That ship, very bad. Giotto leave and stay in Skyrim for a while. Look for work. Oh, like a test, and if the hunter make it there, we pass. Very clever.
Tak?
What you did in that prison when we got coursed? Let's just say, I was impressed.
Daj znać, jeśli
Utwór
będziesz
ten
czegoś
opiewa
potrzebować.
prawdziwych synów i
Mam
córek
tu chyba
Skyrim,
gdzieś czysty kufel.
gromowładnych.
Oh, why yes,
Za naszą
I am.
młodość, za płynący jak wino czas, za epoki
Well,
ciemiężców
I have a
kres,
decent suit of armor
za
and
śmierć,
a well-made steel
co
plate.
oszczędziła nas.
And I'm Britain.
Już wkrótce wypędzimy cesarstwo z należnej nam ziemi.
Oh, not really to speak of like war or anything. The Great War ended when I was just a kid, but I did see a mud crab down by the water recently. I stayed clear of him though. A horrible creature.
Ku twej czci śpiewamy pieśni i
Oh,
pijemy
please don't say that. I made it all the way here from High Rock on my own. I know I can do it if you just give me a chance. No one in my family ever did anything exciting. No one has been on any adventures or done any exploring. In fact, I'm the first one in my family to ever travel this far from home. I come from a long line of boring non-adventurers, all the way back to my great-great-grandfather, Nondrik. The most exciting thing he ever did was pick flowers and get chased by a wolf. But I want to be the first to break that tradition. So please, at least let me try. I promise you won't be disappointed. Oh, like a test. And if I make it there, I pass. Very clever.
Jeśli szukasz pracy, to może porąbiesz trochę drewna na opał.
Następna pieśń będzie o smoczym dziecięciu.
Dojrzałe owoce i świeże warzywa.
Well met.
If you won't listen to me, I'll find someone who will.
Upiększasz mój dzień.
Jeśli masz pieniądze, to jesteś we właściwym miejscu. Przesuń sobie słowo.
Chcesz ze mną rozmawiać? Po tym wszystkim?
We should be fighting those witch elves, not bending knee to them. Makes me long for the old days.
As you can see, there are many of my kind here in this town. They all said, come to Riften and make yourself a new life here. So Wanandun comes. And for what? There is nothing for me here. What would Wanandun do? Work in the fishery? Join the thieves? I'm not a thief, and I hate fish. Yes, finally you came. That's the only reason I know leave this place. But Wanandun was about to give up on you. Oh, but yes, Wanandun is equally skilled in steel as well as stealth. I am now practicing my skills with the big sword. But I am able to use my bow anytime I need to. Wanandun has not much use for the magic arts, but can heal self if I need to. Oh, like a test, and if I make it there, I pass. Very clever.
Well met, friend.
Wejdź! W palenisku płonie ogień. Usiądź i ogrzej się.
Yeah, I guess so. All my life I've been picked on because I'm small. Everyone has always said I can't do the things I want to do because of it.
You look troubled. What's the matter?
I want to be a warrior like the great Nords throughout history. It's just that no one has ever believed in me. They say warriors aren't supposed to be little, but they don't understand that small also means quick and agile, light on your feet and stealthy. You don't have to be a lumbering brute to be a good fighter. Yes, and I'm good with the sword as well as with the bow. I would make an excellent guard and will defend my post to the death if necessary. Do I get the job? Oh, it's like a test. And if I make it there, I pass. Very clever.
Zaś gdy Alduin wygra, człowieka los marny i
Zapraszam. Mamy ciepłą strawę, ciepłe trunki i ciepłe łóżka.
Thoring prowadzi gospodę. Porozmawiaj z nim.
Yes, we had about given up on you, but I'm glad you came. The Dominion killed our mother and father during the war in Hammerfell. Sorian and I were just children then. When they invaded, we had to run and hide in the fields to escape. After that, our older brother taught us to fight and survive off the land. So you might say we developed a certain skill set over the years. Make no mistake, we will make excellent guards for your town. Both of us are equally skilled in the blade and bow. Oh, like a test. And if we make it there, we pass. Very clever.
Zmęczyłem się. Jor! Zakrój! Jor! Zakrój! Jor! Zakrój!
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Did you need something, friend? Yes. I believe they are all waiting in the courtyard for your return. But before we address them, I need to ask you something. Well, you saved my life from that stinking prison, and I value your opinion on their skills. I was wondering if you would be willing to help me with the evaluation of these new recruits. We've been getting reports of trouble from people all over Skyrim. Bandits, vampires, Draugr, and whatnot. If you could scout out some of these reports and take a recruit with you each time, we can evaluate their skills more quickly. Great! I hoped you would help. Please, follow me to address the recruits. See me after, and we'll get started on the evaluations. Recruits! Front and center. Form a line right here. Let's see now. What do we have here? A lizard, a catman, a uninod, and a woman. You're a pitiful lad, aren't you?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You sound like a bunch of baby mud crabs. When I ask you a question, the first and last come out of your feeder sewers will be sir. Now say it like you have a bear.
Yes, sir.
What happened to you, Lizard? Did your mother have any eggs that hatched?
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, all of you are flabby and weak, but today we begin your training. You will patrol, you will train on the targets, and I might just let you get a little sleep. How about you, Breton? What's your story?
I want to become an adventurer, like you. And no one ever did anything exciting. I aim to change that.
Oh. Seeking fame and fortune, eh? Well, you'll be adventuring soon enough. With our friend here. Each one of you going into the field to look for strengths and weaknesses in your combat skills. It will not be easy. It will be hard. But maybe with proper training you might just become skilled enough to have a home here. Now then, you each have your assigned duties and training to resume, so get to work. Now, soldiers!
Sir! Yes, sir!
Yes, sir.
Well, look who it is. Okay, let's see. This says that vampires have taken over an old ruin near the lake west of here, and have been abducting travelers along the roads. Take one on Dune with you, and check it out. And no matter what you do, don't let them touch you.
Be well, friend.
Oh, what? Where are we going? One Andun hates filthy vampires. He does not want to be touched by one of them. One Andun shall follow.
Szybka i piękna.
Już? Mogę z tobą skończyć?
Ciesz się swym ostatnim tchnieniem.
Teraz ci odpłacę!
Nie ma tu miejsca. Oczywiście! Dość! Poddaję się, poddaję! Zabiję cię na miejscu. Gin! Prawda!
Śmierć nic dla mnie nie znaczy.
Coś jest nie tak.
Chyba coś słyszę. Nie uciekniesz.
Fus!
Roda!
Zabiję cię!
Zdychaj!
Nie trzeba było tu przyłazić.
Fus! Roda!
Well met, friend.
Out of all the people to help us. Very good. How did the recruit do? Well, we might just make a god out of this one after all. Thank you. This says a group of necromancers have been causing trouble up near Friedelsheim. Take Kyoto with you. See what you can find and report back to me. Recruit, stand tall, soldier. Well, it sounds like you did a good job. I'm impressed. Keep up the good work, and you might just make it here in the new Helgen. But don't let it go to your head. You may resume your normal duties. Dismiss.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Hello. Is there something that you need?
Oh yes, Johto comes right away. But where are we going? Foul vermin have no honor. They will die a shameful death by the blade of Johto. You shall see.
Hi, is there something I can do for you? Hi, is there something I can...
Swym ostatnim tchnieniem.